Hey folks, here we got a Toyota Venza. This is a 2012. Came up with a TPMS light. Alright, tire pressure light came on. Double checked it with a scanner and it comes up as the right rear. So the right rear is the one that the sensor is no good. It wasn't reading, so I had to go change the sensor. I'm going to show you how I did it. Old school way, in the driveway. Check this out. Here's my Fugazi setup. Take that tire off. Alright, so this is what I did to break my tire down. Use a nice 2x4. Put it right on the edge of the rim. Drove the car up. And got just enough so it just breaks. Just so you can get to that valve. Alright. And then I took the valve off already. And I installed it. Alright. Now I'm going to back the car up. And release the tire. Then we put air in it. Alright. Alright, so here's the sensor I'm using. It's from AutoZone. It's an Autel MX sensor. And I think it's boxed wrong. Because this one says part number 300-030. And 030 should be a rubber valve. This one's a metal valve. So, I think it's boxed wrong. I think somebody maybe returned it. But anyway, I need the metal one on this Venza. Alright, so here it is right here. It comes apart in pieces. You have to use a T20 to install this stem onto the sensor. Alright, T20 Torx right there. And you separate it. Take the cap off. Took the retainer off. This is the rubber seal that goes up into the rim. What I usually do is I take a little wheel bearing grease and I put it around it to make it a nice seal. And then I'm going to stick it up into the rim and then tighten it up. Alright? So, I'm going to use my two hands. Let's go do it. Look at this. After I mounted it, put it all back together, I go to program it. And guess what? The sensor doesn't read. Look at that. It's dead. The sensor is no good. Do you believe this? After I already put it back together. So now I got to take the tire back off again and start all over. So I went back to the store. Got another one. They happen to have in stock. Watch this. This is the sensor now. So, for you guys and girls, check the sensors before you install them. Lesson learned over here. Watch this. That's a new one. I check that one, and it reads. See that? Unbelievable. All right, time to do the job again. Hey folks, this is a 2012 Toyota Venza. All right, if you guys have a TPS light on, okay, I want to show it to you in a little bit, right there. All right, that one right there on the bottom. If you have that light on, and you Google it and you try to find out how to take it off or reset it. Sometimes you read where they tell you that on the bottom of the steering column there's a button. Alright. Hit the button and reset it. There's no button there. Okay. You need to stop reading BS like that. It's not on a Venza. I don't know what car has a button on the side. I know GM, sometimes you could use a key fob to reset it. On a Toyota, I never heard of a button on the side. All right, looks like an old wives' tale or whatever. But I use a scanner for the TPMS, and that didn't work either. What I wanted to do was I wanted to program the new MX sensor to the right rear of the tire. I put it on, and I can record the old one. So I can learn the old one, but I cannot reprogram to the new one. Hang on, let me show you. Alright, so this is the one I use. It's an Autel. I use this model, which is TS408. Now, according to what I've seen, it actually is supposed to program your new sensor, but I cannot get this one to go. Maybe I need to update it. I'm going to blame it on that. I'm not sure. But anyway, the way I programmed it, basically you just turn it on. You put your old sensor in here. Okay, I faced it this way. For some reason, it's got a, I guess the battery's on this side. You take a reading of it, and then you take that. Let me see if I can turn this on for you. All right, so I turned it on. Quick mode, I hit yes. It's a Toyota, yes. It's a Venza, yes. That's the 315 megahertz, yes. And I'm gonna go, I forgot what I hit. I'm gonna go into scan sensor. Actually, I'm gonna go into program sensor. Okay, this is what you normally would do. It will read it. Let's do it again. Receiving data. See what it do. It'll read it, you see? Then you're supposed to hit trigger. Then you put your new sensor in there, whichever one it is. I bought mine from AutoZone. It's also from Autel. They make it. And you hit yes to transfer it over. I look online. It works for everybody else. Does not work for mine. Mine comes up saying that it doesn't see a sensor. Just like it says here. No sensor detected. -2. -2 is supposed to be a code of some kind that I can read. I don't know. I got to look in the book and see what it says. But yeah, I've been getting that for several hours. Can I get it to program? Can I get my light on? Until I call my good friend Joey, and he came over with this scanner. I'm going to show it to you. Here's the scanner that we used. My friend Joey has it. It's an Innova 5160RS. You see how it has the TPMS tire pressure thing there? The only thing I could do was I go into the menu, and the only thing we could do was clear the code, just like a check engine light. I hit clear code, and the light went out. Other than that, I did not see anything about how to program that sensor or anything. All I did was just take the light out. That's it for now. All right. Ciao. All right, so that's the scanner that we used. And in that scanner, it doesn't do the readings on the sensor. Doesn't tell me the code, doesn't tell me nothing. It just told me that the number 2 sensor was not reading. That's all it did. So I went just for giggles, and you know what? I went in to read codes, and I had a code, that said that the sensor was no good, and it said I can clear it. My garage light went out. So you know what? I said, let's clear it. I never heard of clearing it, but I wanted to program it so that it goes out by itself. But I went and I hit clear. The light goes out. So now I go for a road test. Light is out. So I don't know, people. I just cleared the code, and it works. I've got an OBD Bluetooth connector too. I hooked it up, but that was after I already cleared it. But it also has a TPMS thing in there too. So for now, I cleared the code, and the light went off on the dash. Whether it learned that it is in the right rear, have no clue. But the light is out. I'm going to take it, enjoy what we got, and we'll take it from there. All right. So, yeah, if you get a scanner that says you can clear the code, and we'll see what happens. So, I don't know if the car knows that there's a new sensor in the right rear, but the code is clear, so it knows that it's got 35 PSI. So, I think we're good to go. All right. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. TPS sensor, they are fun and not fun. Oh well. Thanks for watching. Ciao.